In this section, we are going to learn how to use the mouse click or tap on the SimpleGUI. So mouse click and tap, it's the same. So if you are using the PCs, if you are using a computer, and if you are using the physical mouse, it's mouse click. But if you are using touch screen, so it can be on the screen on the computer, or it can be on any other mobile devices like in a tablets. So they have both the same principles. So right now, what I have my simple codes right now. Let me just run it. Let's see what we have. So if I run it, I have my frame, which is perfectly squared, and I have one object only. So we learned different control objects so far. We learned how to use the buttons here, and we learned how to use the keyboards by using the keyboard. By using the keys on the keyboard. And right now we are going to learn how can I use my tab, or how can I use my mouse to control my object, to change this location or whatever you want to make it changes. So what I'm going to say that my frame is already been defined. So it is, I have my SimpleGUI, and that is the function from the SimpleGUI, and it was saved on the frame. And I will say from the same frame I want to set mouse click, and I'll open and close the parentheses. Let me see what is going on. Oh, by the way, I forgot mouse click handler. So right now, the mouse click handler is just a function from the SimpleGUI. It's a function from the SimpleGUI library. So that means if I click on my mouse, so something should happen. So we need to define any other function. So it means that whenever I tap on the screen, whenever I click on my mouse, do something for me. And what is that function is, let me just call it mouse click. But if you want, you can just call it ABCs or XYZ, so it doesn't matter. So right now I will define what is mouse click is. So right now I will say that defined mouse click, open and close the parentheses, and here I will give my functions to that. But here we need to give another argument, another variable. So what I mean by the variable, let me just draw the, let's imagine that is my frame, and every single dot on the frame, it has the values of X and Y. Let's imagine that point. So that point is representing my X value, so that is my X value, and also it is going to represent my Y value from here. And if I tap on this one, so if I click on the screen, if I click on my frame, so it is going to represent my X value, and it is going to represent my Y value as well. So you see, it has two values. So that means I have a variables that is going to be changed time to time. So I will say that my mouse click and A, and that A is my variable. And just to test it if the variable is working, so what I can say that wherever I click, just can you print the value of A to me? By the way, let me just type it over here just to explain what is going on. So my A is going to have the two values. It is going to have X and Y. You see, so that has the two values, X and Y. Let me just delete it, and I will show what is going on now. So if I run it, everything is perfect. Let me just put it here. You see, I will just randomly click over here. I didn't click it yet, so I'm going to click here. So whenever I click, it says that, hey, you click it on the point which is represent X value 46 and the Y value 45. If I click over here, you see the values are being changed now. If I click over here, if I click over here, so each time it is going to give me different values, and which is making sense. So I will try to catch the 0 to 0. So that point is a 0, 0. Yes, perfect. Let me just try to catch right this corner, and it is going to be, it's close to 500 to 500, but each number is representing the pixels. So that means my mouse click is working now. But what I want to do is, so wherever I click, I want to change my object position. So I have a circle. If I click on the corner, I want to just change my position of the circle to the place where I'm clicking now. So it looks like if I look on my circle, it says the position here, and we already defined a position somewhere here. So right now I will say that if I click on the mouse, global position, what does it mean? The global position, that means I want to make some changes on the position. And right now, I will say my position. Do you remember that the position also has two values? It has X value and it has a Y value. I will say that, so change my position, and the values of the position is going to be A now. So if I run it, if I click over here, you see the position of the circle is being changed now. So wherever I click, so the new values of the position is going to be same value where I'm clicking on the frame. So that is how that mouse click is working.